Hi everyone, Cindy here. Happy day. Hope everyone's having an amazing day. I'm super excited to talk about this topic today. It's about how do you handle it? What do you do when a man comes on too strong? Maybe you're out there dating online, or you're out there, you're mixing and mingling. It's summertime, you're meeting people, and suddenly you meet someone that you find interesting and he comes on really strong. What do you do? I'd be curious to know, have you experienced this? Have you experienced it when a man has come on really strong and you felt in your gut, like there was a gut feeling that something just wasn't quite right? Let me know. Just say, yes, I have. This has happened. This has happened to me more than once. I'd be curious. I just want to know, is this something that happens to you often, or it's something that's happened a few times? So when a man comes on strong, I'm going to tell you a couple things. The reasons why they come on strong, what's coming up for him too, is, generally speaking, when a man comes on too strong, really strong in the beginning, maybe you meet for coffee and he's, putting on the moves, maybe he's really charming and a sweet talker, so to speak, and he's really trying to get you to make a commitment or move really quickly with you, trying to take up all your time right away. So if that's happening, couple things that are going on. One, he's actually not in it for you. He's in it for himself and what he can get. He's in it for himself and what he can get. Number two, he's not actually attuned with your emotions. He's not attuned with you. He's not attuned with, what would really make you happy. And a healthy guy really wants to learn about you and he wants to make you happy. Healthier men tend to move slower. Healthier men tend to move slower. So he's not as attuned with your emotions. And if a man isn't actually attuned with your emotions, he can't fall in love. He can't. It's impossible for him to fall in love with you. So that's number two. Number three is he's got an exit strategy. I've said this for years. If a man comes on strong and things move fast, 0 to 60, he's out just as quickly as he comes in. Now, are there some exceptions to the rule? Yes, but I'm talking specifically if a man comes on strong. The man comes on strong, he's trying to convince you to do certain things, and there's just a feeling like, I'm not ready to have sex, I'm not ready to be exclusive, I barely know you, right? So with that said, what do you do in those circumstances? A lot of times my clients, they might meet someone they find interesting and they go into freeze mode because as women, we don't like to hurt people's feelings. We feel badly when we're not, we're not being nice. We don't want to, we don't want to crush him. Well, newsflash, if a man's coming on that strong, he's not worried about your emotions. You don't get to be that worried about his, and he's going to be okay. Either way, a man is. I think, one of the things that I feel called to share is whenever you are, opening your heart, opening yourself up for love, potential loving partnership, there's a possibility of it not working out, and you're going to get hurt. You're going to get hurt in any relationship, whether you stay together for 50 years or you together 5 months, because communication happens, things happen, and most people don't intend upon hurting the other person. However, people do things based on, you know, what's coming up for them. So moving back into how to handle it when he does come on too strong. So you get to slow it down, and you get to let him know that it takes you a while to get to know someone. You don't take things that quickly, and you're interested in getting to know him. Be straight up and honest. When you move things slow, that means you're not seeing him as much as he wants to see you. If he's trying to take up every night of your week, you slow it down to a couple nights a week. And you don't get intimate quickly. So you take yourself out of situations where intimacy could happen. Like, don't go to one another's houses. If he invites you over for to make you dinner, and you're in a place where you might like that, you're really straight up with him. Hey, I would love it if you wanted to make me dinner. Just so you know, nothing's going to happen. We're not going to have sex. If you still want to make me dinner, awesome. I'd love to come. So you set yourself up to begin with. Now, will he still try? He might. And if a guy is really, really selfish and really just in it for himself and in it to see what he can get, he's actually not going to go that deep into relationship. He is looking to divide and conquer. So his divide and conquer might be to have sex with you. And then after sex, it typically changes. His attitude starts to change. His way of being starts to change. He starts to back up. And if he starts to see you've gotten more invested, that's his time to go. So understand that if you slow it down, and slowing it down by saying, gosh, it takes me a little bit to get to know someone. I am dating and I'm not ready to take that next step to become committed yet. It's really nice meeting you. There are definitely things I like about you, and I'd like to explore that further before making a commitment. So one of two things are going to happen when you slow him down, and it's actually up to the woman to pace the relationship. Communication is key here, you guys. It's so, so important. So what you get to do is literally say, gosh, this whole thing around, commitment. Yes, ultimately, I do want a commitment. Here's the other thing. He's going to do one of two things. I lost my train of thought, you guys, for a second. He's going to do one of two things. He's going to be really enamored by the fact that you've slowed things down, and it's going to feel different to him. And ultimately, he may really want to be involved in a real relationship with you because you've stood your ground, you've set boundaries. Men do really feed off boundaries. They love them. They like to know where you're at, what's up, what's the status. There is awkwardness that happens, in the beginning of getting to know someone. And, as you're progressing in relationship, that's natural. And the other thing too is to make sure that you communicate, well, what I'm experiencing is this. What's coming up for me is this. What do you think? And men will share with you if they feel like they can be honest with you. They'll share with you if they feel like they can be truly honest with you. So I know I'm going off on a couple tangents here, but so one of two things is going to happen. One, he's going to continue to want to move at your pace, and he will, if you guys truly do have commonalities and truly have a similar vision, then, it could go somewhere. or he's going to get frustrated and move on to the next best thing. He's going to get frustrated, move on to the next best thing, and or that his next victim, so to speak, because this is a very predatory way of being. And there's many different reasons why guys come on strong. But the number one is he's in it for himself. He's not in it for you. He's not in it to really know you. He's in it to create, get what he wants. So I want you guys to understand that. And I want you guys to know that rushing into a commitment is not the way to go. Succumbing to pressure is not the way to go. I recommend, if you are experiencing this a lot and you're, getting in involvements where it goes 0 to 60 and then it ends, it crashes and burns, I highly recommend you working with a coach, with someone that can support you along this journey and see your blind spots, to really help you in creating what it is you really want, guys. I work with my clients really diligently on this, and I'll have some clients for 2, 3, 4 years where I shared something with them in the first 90 days that we worked on, and they really didn't hear it until a year and a half later. Right? And everybody's journey is different. Everybody's in a different spot. So it's looking at, where are you? Where do you want to be? And how important is it for you to shift and grow in this area of your life? I really cannot stress enough that, it really hurts a person's heart. And it hurts my heart when I hear these patterns of getting into, it's almost like you're on drugs, right? Dopamine, oxytocin, vasopressin, it's totally flowing through your body and it feels good. And that's why a lot of times we go 0 to 60, because it feels so good, you guys. Feels great. However, the quicker you go, now again, there are some differentiations around that, but that's if you have a similar vision and you've actually started off a little bit slow to move through certain stages of relationship. You've heard people that have gotten married in 3 months and they've been married for 50 years. There's some differences there. It's a lot different than what I'm talking about here. So I want you to hear me there, because I know I work with successful women that, look for the loopholes, look for the, little things. Well, it could be this, I could be this exception. Yeah, it could be 1 in a million. However, you get to slow things down, especially if you've been in situations like this before. I hope this helps. Please comment below on if you've been in this situation before. And what I would also invite you to do is, what would support you? What can I, if you're liking these Facebook Lives, awesome. If you're on YouTube and you like us, please press like, put a comment below. Let me know what you think and how I can support you on a deeper level to get you to that next level of attracting and creating that deep level, juicy commitment that you desire. Anyways, and if you're on YouTube too, subscribe to our channel, press the like. We love to see you. Sending lots of love. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.